It's Week 10 of the NFL, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Texans and the Bengals, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. We're in November now, so this is where you really need to settle in, start getting down to business.
And in baseball, they talk about the dog days of August.
The Bengals defense ready to see if they can keep building on this long winning streak. And the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
And he's been a key reason why this defense is ranked as the #1 unit in the NFL. His ability to be in the right place nearly all the time and make big plays is a big reason why.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
7 yards there and a first down.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stroud off the play fake. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Cincy defense set to go to work here. They may be looking to bring some pressure here as they've got this offense backed up. 1st and 10 at the 10. first and 10. It's Stroud. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Automatic first down.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, first and 10. Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack.
They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that.
Pierce gets this one running right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough third down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on second down.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with, it's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
No score after one on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Here goes Stroud again. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10, here's Stroud. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And Stroud now to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Bengals ready to go on this next defensive possession. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. On first down, here's Stroud. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here. The quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center, because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down, and that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
The Cincy defense set to go to work here. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here's Stroud.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Stroud will run the option left.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
The Bengals ready to go on this next defensive possession. They've done a really nice job of slowing the tempo of this offense, and as a result, they've got a comfortable third quarter lead as this next drive begins 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Throwing now is Stroud.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And Pierce gets it again on second down.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Stroud to throw it.
And this is going to be incomplete.
The Cincy defense set to go to work here. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. So now they'll try to force a punt themselves. It's 1st and 10.
Check, Panther.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
Now Stroud. Over the middle, that's caught by Woods. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. Looking to throw. Stroud. Over the middle here to Brown. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now 2nd and 5. Stroud. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the Texans first down.
Alert! Alert!
The throwing again is Stroud.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, Jack!
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Stroud now.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Singletary again.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Stroud. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Caught left side. Here's Dell.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff. The Bengals ready to go on this next defensive possession. They've put in a very good shift so far, and this one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish strong here in the 4th as this next drive starts 1st and 10. Mills on 1st down. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mills.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Okay, ready? 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
1st down, Mills. Delivers another one to Pierce. Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Houston.
Damian Pierce
With touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Texans are finally into the end zone here. So it's the Bengals who come away with a win. And the man leading the way was their quarterback.